first, I'd like to start with my colleague from Rockland County, Ed Day. Ed is a decorated police professional. He spent 22 years with NYPD, and he has a tremendous background on law enforcement issues. He served as a county legislator in Rockland County, and he's now serving in his third term as Rockland County Executive. County Executive Ed Day. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, George. I genuinely appreciate that. And, you know, I want to thank you, first of all, for setting this up. We're proud to be here standing by you, and also with the folks who are here who have the major concerns that have been just mentioned. Citizens united against this horrible action that's being contemplated. So I want to thank my fellow county executives, number one, for speaking out in unanimity with this. I want to thank our federal elected officials, Senator Schumer and Gillibrand, and Congressman Lawler, for their stern letter to HOLTEC to stop this dumping of waste into the water. Our state reps and our local elected officials for their support. And lastly, folks just like the folks you see standing here, those who have raised their voice at something that can only be described as an atrocity to our environment. Our unanimous opposition paid off, which includes pending New York State legislation to ban the discharging of radioactive waste into the Hudson River, and a petition with over 400,000 signatures. Multiple municipalities, including the County of Rockland, which has signed resolutions objecting to this plan. The victory shows the voice of the people still indeed carries weight and can turn the tide. While I'm relieved that HOLTEC has canceled or paused their expedited plan to dump 1 million gallons of toxic waste into the Hudson River in early May, we must know one thing: we cannot let our guard down. It was so simple for them to suddenly move it up just by a mere announcement. Do not think they will not try that again. I urge the New York State DEC, the EPA, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and state and federal elected officials and residents to continue fighting to stop HOLTEC dumping radioactive waste linked to cancer into our waterways. I ask everyone to also support our elected officials trying to establish strong legislation to stop this assault upon our environment once and for all. There are other ways of doing this. It needs to be fleshed out and done. In the face of stern letters and threats of criminal fines from the EPA, HOLTEC is also looking to dump 1.1 million gallons of contaminated wastewater from the Pilgrim Nuclear Power Plant into Cape Cod Bay. Let me say this: if HOLTEC is willing to risk an entire fishing industry, clearly they will not blink an eye at dumping radioactive waste into our Hudson River here. This is why we cannot rest, and we need to remain united. My fellow elected officials from local, state, and federal levels, along with the residents of the Hudson Valley. Use your voice to let the DEC, Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and the EPA know how we feel. And ask a simple question: why is it that we cannot simply plow snow into the Hudson River, but we can dump nuclear waste into the Hudson River? That is where we stand right now. That is the logic of it all. So right now, I just simply will say this: the fight is on, and we will prevail. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and that's Ed Day, County Executive, Rockland County.